Welcome back to the Scaredy Cat Guide, my friends. My name is Jenny, and today we are talking about Zootopia Better Zoogether in Disney's Animal Kingdom. If you're new here, this is the channel where we talk about theme parks and anxiety. We talk about sensory issues and really just anything that you might want to know if you're an anxious rider like I am. Now, Zootopia Better Zoogether is a new attraction here in Walt Disney World, and it is actually replacing It's Tough to Be a Bug. However, its predecessor was definitely intense. There were a lot of sensory concerns and things that were just outright scary for a lot of people. And while this new show is definitely different in a lot of ways, there are definitely some things that we need to talk about if you have anxiety like I do. So without further ado, let's dive into those details. This wild celebration contains loud sound design, some 4D effects, and some extreme sensory overload. So let's start off by talking about that loud sound design. Now, this is pretty on par with It's Tough to Be a Bug. I think what makes the sound level more intense is the fact that we are in an enclosed space with the theater itself modeled to look like it's inside of the Tree of Life. Now, on top of the many loud noises you'll encounter, we also have a plethora of 4D effects. We have water sprays, smoke effects, flashing lights, strong smells, and even seat effects that feel like you have mice scurrying beneath you. All of these things lend themselves to some pretty extreme sensory overload. Personally, I found this show to be maybe just slightly less overstimulating than It's Tough to Be a Bug. However, thematically, it's much less intense. Just think of it as all the sensory overload without the outright scary theming from the original. So, speaking of theming, let's talk about the actual narrative of this attraction. Like I said, this version of the show is lacking any truly scary moments. Of course, we do have a few moments of peril as Nick and Judy track down who's sabotaging Zoogether Day. However, most of these more action-packed sequences are more on the sillier side. It's really very on par with what you'd find in the movies themselves. Now let's talk about those ride vehicles. Now what we have here is just a standard theater. It seats around 430 guests. There are no ride restraints, and it's definitely possible to leave the theater mid-show if the need arises. In fact, this show actually has a little PSA at the beginning of the performance stating that you can walk, not run, to the exits if this experience gets a little bit wild. Now, I really do appreciate this little warning as somebody with sensory sensitivity, because It's Tough to Be a Bug, in my opinion, was really intense, and there weren't many warning signs letting people know that it's not for everyone. It was very commonplace to hear kids crying and having families leaving the theater in droves because it really was just so intense and, in my opinion, didn't really fit the vibe of the rest of the attractions in Animal Kingdom. This show is an improvement on that, so at least thematically, it is definitely geared more towards kids and is a little bit more on par with what you might expect from the other attractions. Now, I know It's Tough to Be a Bug had a cult following. People absolutely loved that attraction. I wasn't one of them, but I do know it is sorely missed by so many people, and I totally get that. Personally, though, I do find this show as an improvement, especially when it comes to people like me with anxiety and sensory sensitivity, but I would love to know what you think, so don't forget to let me know in the comments. Now, finally, let's talk about that ride duration. So this show actually clocks in at 8 minutes and 50 seconds. This is actually on the shorter side when it comes to other stage shows and things of that nature, and it is very fast-paced. In fact, the first time that I saw this show, I had a really hard time understanding what was actually going on in the story. It moves so fast through each and every one of the scenes that it really kind of gave me whiplash when it came to what was actually happening. Now, this of course could be a good thing for people who don't really like the enclosed spaces or the sensory overload. It's a pretty short show, all things considered, even if it is pretty overstimulating. And now that you have all the facts, let's actually go hop in line. Now, this one usually sits at around a 30-minute wait, so not too terrible. So let's go hop in line together. You'll find the entrance to this attraction just outside the Tree of Life in Disney's Animal Kingdom. Now, once entering the queue, you'll find yourself in a winding outdoor area with fabulous views of the Tree of Life. As you make your way forward, you'll go through short tunnels and descend through the roots of this massive tree before finally making your way indoors. Now, what you'll find inside is a pretty standard holding area that you might have seen before with other shows. Now, the theming here is, of course, a bit claustrophobic, as it really feels like you're deep underneath the Tree of Life. However, once the door is open, you'll make your way inside the theater, pick a row, and walk all the way down until you find your seat. Now, once the show begins, you'll put on your 3D glasses as you are welcome to the massive Zoogether Day celebration. After an introduction from our MC, Benji the cheetah makes his way on stage as a special guest before accidentally setting off quite a few confetti cannons. This, of course, accidentally derails the entire event, and he is left to get the celebration back on track. We encounter scene after scene of special performances that are all quickly sabotaged by an unknown villain. Nick and Judy show up on the scene, of course, and we come along for the ride as they try to get to the bottom of these disturbances. We meet many characters from the movies and follow them through the silly chaos that follows. However, we find that the mastermind behind it all is Dawn Bellwether herself. After being discovered, she is launched by a confetti cannon before the celebration can finally end in style with a finale from Gazelle. Now, once the show comes to an end, you will be able to stand up, pick up your belongings, and head out of the theater. Now, of course, exiting this attraction is very straightforward. You'll just make your way outside, follow the winding path, and you'll make your way right back out into Discovery Island. And there we have it. What do you think about Zootopia Better Zoogether? Like I said before, I personally do find this attraction to be an improvement from its predecessor. Of course, there is part of me that feels nostalgic and will miss It's Tough to Be a Bug, but overall, this is a much more pleasant experience in my opinion. Now, that being said, it still is very overstimulating, and even though some of that scary theming is taken out, this show is still not for everyone. But I really want to know what you think, so let me know in the comments. Now, of course, if you liked this video and you would like to see more like it, don't forget to like, subscribe, stick around, stay a while. We would love to have you in our little community of anxious writers. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next one.